Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Don't argue with a woman who says she doesn't need a man. Don't argue with her. Now, I've done a video before talking about women need men, but I was talking in general then. You might run into a woman one day and she say, I don't need a man, I don't need a man. You know what you say? You look at her and say, okay. Because really, first of all, you don't know what her. First of all, she might not be into men, period. Or two, she might be one of those independent women. Look, you don't have time to try to deal with that. Don't let that get to your ego, self-esteem, whatever you want to call it. If she don't want you, she don't want you, because usually you get to that point because you wanted to get with her because she had that fat ass though, because she looked a certain way. And you get some men out there, they want to be, you know, Mr. He-Man to different women, try to impress her and everything. But if that woman says she don't need you, okay. Just say okay. And even if she come up to you and start saying that, and you haven't even tried to hit on anything, just say okay. And if she still want to take it further, say, hold up, I'm not even trying to get with you or anything like that. I'm doing my thing. I'm respecting who you are. Because I remember I was in a gym. You know, I got 1,000 stories. And there was a woman who, she just didn't like me talking to her. So I let her go at that. But here was the funny thing with her. The funny thing with her, she needed help with something. And she gave me a look and I was like, So she had to go someplace else. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, yeah. When you need something, you look in my way. But it wasn't even that deep. It wasn't even that deep. Because you got women out here, you got some who going to be on some independent thing. Okay, that's cool. Respect them. Or some women who just don't want you. Or some women who, quite frankly, want another woman. Whatever. You don't know the situation. Indeed, shoot, they could be with a man who's going to let them do whatever. Whatever the case, she don't want you. Don't waste your time. What I say 1,000 times on here and 1,000 times more, you got to have an abundance mentality when dealing with women. For every woman who says, oh, I don't need a man or something, there's 3 who do. There's 3 who do. There's 3 who looking for a man. They want to be married. They want to do whatever. Shoot, they'll make you they'll cook you they'll make you that ham sandwich and everything. Whatever the case, you don't worry about it. Don't argue with her. Don't try to convince her. Because let's be real. The reason why you would try to convince that woman is she got that body that you like. She got that fat ass though. She got those big breasts and stuff, maybe that pretty smile, and you trying to win her over, and you have that attitude of, well, I'm gonna be the man for her. She don't want you. She don't need a man. You don't know what her deal is. Let that go. I remember I was somewhere, I ain't gonna say where it is, because I'm kind of cool with the woman. But she was asking me something. I was like, hey, just pretend like you're just talking to some guys you like. And she looked at me and said, well, what if I don't like guys? Well, pretend like you're talking to some women you don't like. I was like, you just let it go. You don't worry about it. And look, here's the main thing. You don't take it personally. Because you don't know, she could be rejecting you. Or she could be rejecting men in general. Whatever the case, you don't take it personally. You don't take it personally. Whatever she say, you don't take it as against you. That's something within her. If she feel like she don't need a man, that's within her. That's nothing against you. You gotta go on. You just respect it. You don't let that mess with your head. Because remember, there is an abundance of women. Like I said, for every one woman who's saying something like that, there's 3 who aren't. Instead of worrying about that one woman, you worry about the other ones. I don't care how attractive she is. She could be drop dead gorgeous. She could be that mythical 10, like a consensus of men would consider her a 10. And she's saying whatever. You just be like, okay. You just say, okay. You don't even get mad. You don't let it get to your emotion or anything. You don't worry about the rejection. I've talked about that because part of that's a rejection because a lot of guys, when a woman will say that to them, they take it as a rejection. Like I said, you can't take that personally. You don't know what her situation is. You don't know what's going on with her. And indeed, you might get her. And remember what I talked about on the couch video the other day. You might get her and find out she just ain't right for you. And let me talk about that for a second. There's been many a guy who got some woman, and the woman is telling him and giving every signal she don't want him, and they gonna chase her anyway. They gonna chase her, and then they think they got her, right? It was like, no, she's settling for you. You don't want that. Or she already playing what how much money she gonna divest you of. You don't want that. You don't chase a woman who made it clear from the get-go she ain't down for whatever you bringing. You just say, okay. Seriously, that's how you say it too. You just say, okay. You let her do what she gonna do. You let her go where she gonna go. Remember, your main relationship is with yourself. And I know I say that all the time, but look, you say that with you deal with yourself first. That woman is not going to do any good for you. She is not going to help you on your mission. She ain't going to help you do the things you got to do. That's the first thing. And then, like I said, there's an abundance of women. 4 billion women in the world. Why are you worried about that one? I don't care how fine she is. I don't care how gorgeous. I don't care whatever she got. I don't care how hard your joint get. You need to get to the point, your joint get to the point where it's not going to get upset over one woman rejecting. Because you got 3 others there. In fact, people who read my book, Nice Guys and Players, know I talk about Jim. And he had peeped that. Because I ain't been to that point. You try to talk to a woman at a club or something and she's rejecting you. And he'd be like, and he always called me by my full name, Romul. He was like, Romul, why you worried about that one woman who reject you? There were 3 others over here checking you out. You don't worry about that. You have some women know they need a man. They want a man. In fact, that's why you got so many women out here complaining they not meeting men. So why you worried about that one woman who say she don't need you? Just be like, okay, shoot, that makes it easier for you. That makes it easier for you. In fact, thank her. It's like, thank you for letting me know right away so I don't waste my time. Seriously. Or better yet, just be like, okay, and walk away. In fact, that's the best thing to do. Don't say anything else to her. Because you get some women, it's a sport for them to reject a man. So if you just be like, okay, bye. And it'll mess with them or whatever, but they dug their grave. Let them be in it, all right? So you want to, don't argue with her. If she says she don't need a man, don't try to convince her or anything. Just be like, oh, okay. I don't have to waste any time. Indeed, even if you see a woman walking and she walking like and all that, you might do a cold approach, whatever. You don't argue with her. You be like, oh, okay. Because shoot, you just go on. Remember, there's plenty of other women. For every woman that reject you, there's 3 who will probably want you. All right? Because they, like I say, they're going to reject you for whatever reason. And they might need you or whatever. You don't want to take, I don't care how fine she is, all right? So keep that in mind. Anyway, that's all I have for right now. And I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.